Are you looking for peace of mind at your doorstep? Look no further. With the Blink Video Doorbell, your home's entrance is always within your control. Check out the link in the video description to learn more and get your Blink Video Doorbell on Amazon. Your home is in your hands.
At any IGHBOUR whose life was made a living hell by a monster mansion next door has told how she's been left with holes in her living room wall. Pat was infuriated after her home was left wrecked by her neighbor's nightmare build. DPD driver Gurvinder Singh and his wife Rajwinder Kaur were forced to tear down their monster mansion after orders issued by Walsall Council. The couple then failed to clear the subsequent rubble and construction debris from the site, leaving neighbors fuming. Pat, 77, told our channel, "I was sat reading a book on my bed one time, and an RSJ rolled steel joist came through my bedroom wall. They put holes in my living room wall that I could see out of, and my chimney has been left unsafe." Pat, who has lived in her house for decades, added, "I've been left with plastic sheeting down the side of my outer wall and no proper drainage, causing rising damp. I couldn't sell this home if I wanted to, it's missing a wall on one side. This stress is the last thing I need at my age." Neighbor Dave Barker, 70, shared his sympathy for Pat. He said, "She's been put through hell. At her age, she shouldn't have to deal with this planning chaos." Now, with the deadline for site clearance passed, the council is building a case for prosecution. The colossal build, likened to a travelodge in the middle of a housing estate, sparked more than 95 complaints. Cliff Stevenson, 84, a retired mechanic living opposite the house, echoed the sentiments of neighbors Pat and Dave, branding the leftover mess an appalling eyesore. He added, "The demolished house has left behind a dangerous mess that blocks the view on the corner, creating a traffic hazard. It's been a nightmare for everyone living here." Ward Councillor Stacey Elson confirmed that an enforcement officer visited the site after the cleanup deadline passed and took photos for legal assessment. She said, "Mr. Singh has complied with the demolition order but not with clearing the site. The council is taking legal advice on prosecuting him for breaching the enforcement notice." Residents are now hopeful for a resolution to this prolonged saga. Mr. Singh told our channel that he had complied with the enforcement order, saying, "The house was demolished in December last year, so I don't know why I am still in trouble." The Punjabi-speaking homeowner, who lives in a rented property, believes he has been victimized and taken advantage of because of his nationality and poor lack of the English language. He previously said, "It's all been very stressful. I have spent my life savings on this house for my family and we have never even lived there. We feel let down by the system. It is a planning nightmare." Ward Councillor Stacey Elson said, "The site should have been cleared up by the householder. He should have fully abided by the enforcement notice but has clearly failed to do so. It is Mr. Singh's land, and while he has complied with the demolition order of the property, he has not cleared the site of building materials and rubble within the specified time limit." As the council's legal team assesses the situation, the community waits for the eyesore to be cleared and for normalcy to return to their neighborhood. She explained her inability to understand what has happened and why he hasn't complied and says he could be prosecuted. She added, "I believe we could prosecute him. An enforcement notice was served. We will be putting the force back into enforcement." A Walsall Council spokesperson assured, "The council is monitoring the situation to ensure all actions in the enforcement notice are complied with." The Walsall couple claimed the ordeal has cost them almost £80,000 and will now have to borrow money from extended family to build a third house in the same spot. He said his wife had been left distraught, desperate and broken after losing their life savings during a bitter planning dispute. He said, "I want to build a new home for my family, but I have no money at this time, so have not put in any planning application." The dad of two, 43, said it would be very unfair if the council decided to prosecute him for keeping building material on his site. Meanwhile, Singh isn't the only one having to fork out a large sum. One couple have been forced to spend almost £2,000 to block out their neighbor's warehouse-looking property. Elsewhere.